I'm going to try it now.
Ta'amud, 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 habat ara, habat mitzvah, bela devora, bat Menahem, Mendel, Aviv, Aviva, Milka, Maftira, he's key.
Okay, so you want to play a game? Okay, whatever I say, you say. You ready? Menachem Mendel.
Menahem Mendel.
Okay. Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Menachem Mendel.
Menahem Mendel.
Well, I can't trick you. Let me try this one. Maftira.
Maftira.
Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Menachem Mendel.
Menahem Mendel.
Maftira.
Maftira.
He's key.
He's key.
Ay, can't get you. How about this one? Bela Devora.
Bela Devora.
Bela Devora.
Bela Devora.
Bela Devora.
Bela Devora.
Ay. Menachem Mendel.
Menahem Mendel.
It's easy for you to say. Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Maftira.
Maftira.
Ta'amod.
Ta'amod.
Say it 3 times.
Ta'amod, ta'amod, ta'amod.
I thought you would miss it by the 3rd time at least. Ta'amod, ta'amod, ta'amod.
Ta'amod, ta'amod, ta'amod.
No. Sounds like it's pretty perfect to me. How about this word? Habachura.
Habachura.
Menachem Mendel.
Menahem Mendel.
Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Aviva Malka.
Menachem Mendel.
Menahem Mendel.
Maftira.
Maftira.
He's key.
He's key.
Where's your sister?
She's right there.
Hey, just tell them to the camera. We'll see how we can do it, how it's going to be tomorrow. Okay? Farah, you look like a princess. Look at you. Okay, here, I'm going to make pretend that I'm your sister. Okay? So when you say tamod, you're supposed to stand up. Because that means stand up.
Ta'amod, ta'amod, ta'amod. Habahara, bat mitzvah, Bela Devora, bat Menahem Mendel, Aviva Malka, Mav, Tira, he's key.
It's perfect. You know what, instead of trying to, I think you have it memorized, this part. Instead of trying to sound out Menachem Mendel, just remember, see that big M? Mm-hmm. It's Menachem Mendel, right? And the way you were saying it right after me. And then when you get the V, Aviva Malka, right? Where did, Bela, come here, sweetie. Have a seat right over here. And, hey folks.
How you doing?
Shabbat Shalom. When your sisters say ta'amod for the 3rd time, that's when you stand. Okay, let's try it again, sweetie.
Ta'amod, ta'amod. Bela Devora, bat Menahem Mendel, Aviva Melka, Tara, he's key.
That sounds pretty good to me. Okay, now the most important part comes. Big hug, guys. Big hug. Big hug. Barry, you got to come in and get a hug too. So, Elle, how many times do you think you can do this between now and tomorrow morning?
A lot.
No, tell me number, 1,000, 750, 500, 10, 2.
It doesn't have to be that.
Huh? 10, good, okay, perfect. So with 10 times, and you're going to be great.
Okay. I got your name right.
Now you know who your dad is. Menachem Mendel.
Hi, Arlen. Hi, Anna. Shabbat
Hey Anna,
shalom,
hey
guys.
Harlan, hey Steve, hi Lindsay.
Before we start, hold on 1 second.
So, a very special Shabbat Shalom. I don't know if this is on. So folks, Shabbat Shalom everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Great to be together. For those of you who are with us via Zoom, you can't see the sanctuary and social hall right now, but we were expecting about 250 people here tonight. The chairs are set up for about that number, and I don't know. They're all stuck in traffic, I guess, and they'll be coming in momentarily. So, but here we are. Here we are. So, how about if we begin on page 16? Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Nimalach Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Nimalach Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Nimalach Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Okay, well, with Shalom Aleichem under our belts, how about if we turn to the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat? We're going to do two Psalms tonight that begin with exactly the same words, We're going to start with Psalm 96 on page 2425. Sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. Shiru la Adonai. Continue Psalm 98 with the same opening words. Sing unto the Lord a new song. Shir Adonai, Shir Chadash. Great. How about if we continue Lecha Dodi, page 3839.
Shabbat nekabela Shamor וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשמו תפארת ולתפילה לך תודים לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לך תודים לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך תודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לך תודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה. Next page at the top, התעוררי. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי אורי שידברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לך תודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך תודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Skip down to the second to last stanza. Yamin, yamin ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תעריצי, על יד איש בן פצי, פני עצמך מנגילה. לך תודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך תודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום אתה לבעלה.
So rise.
גם בשמחה וצהלה, תוך אמוני סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך תודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך תודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Great. So let's turn to the Sabbath Psalm on the very next page, 42. It is good to thank you, Adonai, on the Shabbat, making our way up to Thanksgiving to sing praises to your exalted name, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat. Can all be seated?
מזמור השיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון, להגר בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות. במעשה ידיך במעשה ידיך ידיך הרנני זמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך העליון ולזמר לשמך העליון ולזמר לשמך העליון ולזמר לשמך העליון.
Beautiful. So before we turn to the Mariv, the evening service, we're just getting warmed up. Let's take a moment for a little bit of Torah learning. If you can open the larger text at your seat called the Chumash, based on the Hebrew word Chamesh, 5. It contains the 5 books of Moses. And if you'll turn to one of the especially interesting and famous narratives in the book of Genesis, turn with me to page 201 if you would. So Jacob is on his way home after being away from home for 21 years. He left home because he had a run-in with his brother Esau, was afraid that Esau was going to take vengeance on him, hurt him, kill him. So he ran away, but now he's coming home. So he comes home with his wives. In those days, you had more than one wife, and all of his kids. You know, we have the 12 tribes of Israel that comes from him. So with 4 wives, he had more than 10 kids. So it's the night before he's supposed to meet his brother Esau. So if you look on page 201, verse 24, and after taking them across the stream called the Jabbok, he sent across all his possessions. So he sends everybody else up front, but he stays behind. Jacob was left alone. And a man wrestled with him until the break of dawn. Now, of course, we could have a whole discussion on who is this man who's wrestling with Jacob. Is it really a man? Is it an angel? Is it his conscience? Okay, that's a whole discussion. But a man wrestled with him until the break of dawn. When he saw that he had not prevailed against him, so this masked man doesn't beat Jacob. Jacob turns out to be a tougher guy than we ever thought. He wrenched Jacob's hip at its socket. Now, to the doctors here tonight, can we get a medical opinion? I assume that's not too good. When your hip is wrenched at its socket, right? That's not good. Somebody comes into the emergency ward and you have to tell them your hip is wrenched at the socket. They got sores, right? Yeah. So his hip is wrenched at the socket, and the socket of his hip was strained as he wrestled with him. Then he said, "Oh, so this is now the wrestler. Let me go, for dawn is breaking." So even though he injured Jacob is giving him a run for his money, and he says, let me go, for dawn is breaking. But, turn the page, he answered, meaning Jacob answers, I will not let you go unless you bless me. The guy who just broke his thigh in the socket, he says, bless me? That's a whole other discussion. Said the other, what is your name? And he replied, Jacob. Said he, your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel. For you have striven with beings divine and human, and have prevailed. Jacob asked, pray, tell me your name. But he said, you must not ask my name. And he took leave of him there. So Jacob named the place Peniel, meaning, I've seen a divine being face to face, yet my life has been preserved. So actually, there's a Jewish law that comes out of this encounter. Look down at the very bottom in the kind of like gray background. So let me give you a little bit of background to this. A person who observes kashrut would not eat a filet mignon. Would not eat a filet mignon, right? And somebody who kept kosher from, early childhood has never tasted what a filet mignon tastes like. Why not? Where does the filet come from? Comes from the shoulder, comes from the back, the front, you know where the filet comes from? Comes from the hind quarter. It comes from the hind quarter. So there are different traditions with this hind quarter, but running through the hind quarter is the sciatic nerve. You folks have seen a sciatic nerve? Did you ever have to take the whole sciatic nerve out of a body? It would be hard, huh? It'd be very hard. So anyhow, I don't know why I have something stuck in my throat. I'll have to take a drink of something. Sorry. So amongst Ashkenazic Jews, we don't eat. Hey guys. Hey Lauren. Hey Eric. I knew the other 250 would be coming in any minute now. Hey Michelle. Come on in. Okay, now we can start. We're waiting for the Kaufmans. So amongst the Ashkenazic Jews, we don't eat the hind quarter at all. So if you go into a kosher slaughterhouse and they get a kosher animal, let's say a cow, and they do shechita, they do the slaughtering by Jewish law, that the hindquarters are immediately sent out to a non-Jewish, whatever, non-Jewish. But amongst the Sephardim, they can eat the hindquarter, but only under one condition, that they take out the sciatic nerve. And not every butcher can take out the sciatic nerve. You need a top butcher. You need a top butcher. Jewish people say, every Jewish person not only goes to a doctor, they go to a top doctor, right? They say, I have a top doctor, and whoever's going to do the surgery is always the chair. I got the chairman of the department is doing my surgery. So you got to get one of those top, not doctors, but butchers, and they take it out. It's from what I understand, it's very labor intensive. It takes a long time, and it's therefore very expensive. Very expensive. So, if you keep kosher, you basically don't have a filet mignon. So somebody says to that kosher person who loves to eat filet mignon, he says, really? He says, you've never tasted a filet? Really? Your whole life? You never tasted what a good filet tastes like? So the kosher guy doesn't really say anything in response, but he says to himself, but I've tasted something far greater. Not using the word taste literally, but in terms of tasting the beauty of Jewish life and Jewish celebration, Jewish tradition, and Jewish observance. You know what? Gesundheit. You keep eating your filet, and I'll keep observing my tradition, that person says. So there you go. It's really... I thought the doctors amongst us would be especially interested, so I brought that tonight. Just for you guys. Huh? Sciatic nerves? Do people injure their sciatic nerves? All the time. So somebody comes into the emergency room or your office, whatever it is. How do you know their sciatic nerve has been injured? How do you know that?
It's back pain and radiates down the leg.
It's back pain?
It radiates down the back.
And where does the sciatic nerve start?
In the spine. And then it comes out, courses through some of the muscles in the lower back and butt.
Yeah, so the hip goes down the leg.
And down the leg.
And down
the
the...
hind quarter.
It's the hind quarter.
What's a trivia?
And so that's why we don't eat people's hindquarters.
Yep.
We don't touch it, right? The other parts are okay. Yes.
The longest nerve in the body.
It's the longest nerve.
In the body.
No other nerve is that long. So when you injure it, you're like, the whole body is messed up. And how do you repair a sciatic nerve? Sounds like a riddle, but can it be repaired? Can anything?
Nerve doesn't heal very well, so.
It doesn't heal well.
Pain control.
Pain control.
Oh, really? Really? Ay, ay, ay. So in other words, the bottom line is we should all take very good care of our sciatic nerves.
And watch your hindquarters.
And watch your hindquarter. I'm going to start doing that tonight. I'm going to watch out for I've been watching out for other things, but now I'm going to start watching out for my sciatic nerve. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So let's see. Can I invite the team up? Mom and Dad, sister and sister? If you want to join us, Farah? To open the ark? Come on up, guys. You're a team. You're a team. Round them up. Okay, we're going to open the ark. We'll all rise.
Perfect. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai haborach.
Baruch Adonai haborach, Yolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai haborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bidvaro ma'ariv arabim, v'chokhma poteach she'arim, u'bitbuna meshane itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'msader et ha'kochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech, ve'oshech mipnei or. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים.
Okay, we can close the ark. Farah, it's on your side. If you guys can reach up high enough. Oh!
Right.
So I just want to interject for 1 second this time.
You can be seated.
Yeah, we can all be seated. We have physicians here. Do we have any astrologers here? No, not astrologers. Astronomers. Do we have anybody? Your astronomy? So, you're in your family. Good. So, what we just prayed is that God has placed the lights in the firmament. And we go from day to night and then night to day, and we're thankful that, it keeps going according. Isn't tonight supposed to be an eclipse of some sorts?
It was at 4 a.m. this morning.
It happened last night?
It was at 4 a.m.
Friday. I thought Friday. Tonight's Friday night. And I missed it? I just slept right through it? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. I feel terrible now. So did anybody see it? It was cloudy. But tonight, I saw tonight, the moon is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I was so excited, this is a perfect night for an eclipse. And Avtzaluchas, it happened this morning. Okay, I have to pay more attention. Ahavat Olam, page 52. And Bailiff, sweetie, why don't you come over here, because after the cantor finishes this tefillah, this prayer, you're going to be on.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'acharta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha, u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha, v'chayu ha'devarim ha'ele, asher anohi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartabam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha v'aderech, uvshachbecha uvkumecha, oshecha leot al yadecha, v'chayu l'totafot beinenecha, uftaftam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha.
Yasher koach, Bela, beautiful. So let's turn together to page 59 as once again we approach our national holiday of Thanksgiving. Thankfully, they didn't choose to serve filet mignon on Thanksgiving, but turkey, which can be kosher for us and works for everybody. The chorus of hope and thanksgiving. If you'll join with me responsibly. The truth which we affirm is that our God is one and that the incomparable Holy One redeems us in every age.
God delivers us from bondage, from tyrannies old and new, enabling us to sing our praise on the shores of many lands.
Adonai has ever been our hope, our strength in times of woe, saving our people from despair, from disaster, and confusion.
God's wonders we behold each day. God's redemption we await each night. God's guidance is still with us now, as it was in years long past.
We praise Adonai in words of song which echo from ancient times, joining memories of deliverance with a chorus of hope and thanksgiving. Cantor will lead us into the Michamocha, the bottom third of the following page, 60.
משה ובני ישראל יכענו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו עולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות וספלה נורא תהילות וספלה מהותך ראו בניך בוקר ים לפני משה זה עליונו ויאמרו זה עליונו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ונאמן יפדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Help us, O God, to lie down b'shalom in peace and awaken us l'chaim, to life on the morrow. Hashkivenu, page 62.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים לחיים השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך מעתה ועד עולם מעתה ועד עולם מעתה ועד עולם ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס לכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Bela, you know, sweetie, you are the most special person here tonight and tomorrow morning. You know what that means? You can take your mask off if you'd like. We can't, but you can. Now we can really see you. Okay, with Bela, Vishamru, page 64.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני Yisrael et Shabbat Lasot et Shabbat Ledoretam berit olam Beni uvein bnei Yisrael Oti leolam Oti leolam Oti leolam Bishamru Bnei Yisrael et Shabbat Lasot et Shabbat Ledoretam berit olam Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat Lasot et Shabbat Ledoretam berit olam Uveyom hashavi'i Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat Lasot et Shabbat Ledoretam berit olam.
Beautiful, Dora, Shkoch. Taking us into the evening Amidah, Chatzi Kaddish 66.
Yitzkadav, Yitzkadash Shemer Rabbah, V'yamad yivrach chirutei, V'yamlich malchutei, V'chayech olu b'yom echad, Uvchayedecho beit Yisrael, Bagala, Uvizman kadir, V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shemer Rabbah mevarach ve'alam ul'al me'amaya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'pa'ar ve'yitroma ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yit'aleh ve'yit'halal shemen kurasha v'recho le'ela mikol berchata ve'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Tamiran b'yama Ve'imru Amen.
Feel like a statue here. Can all rise? We'll take a few moments now for individual and quiet prayer. The evening Amidah begins on page 69. Continues through to the conclusion on 76 or 77. we conclude our prayer, we can be seated.
Ose shalom bimromav uya'ase shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael Yivimru Amen. Ose shalom bimromav uya'ase shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen.
Amen. We're going to stay with you, Bella, for the Kiddush. So I see you have a choice of cups over there. So why don't you take the cup that you won, guess the one that has wine in it. Yeah, really. You need 2 hands to hold that. That's all right. You can follow the Shabbat Kiddush, page 90.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'achava uvratzon hintolanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki vanu vecharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha Be'ahava uvratzon hin halatanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Chashabat.
Amen.
Boy, there's a lot of wine in that thing. It's that good, huh? Okay, let's turn to the Aleinu. 118.
On hakol latet gedula leotze bereshit shelo asanu kegoye haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo samach kenu kahem Egor aleinu kehol hamonam va'anachnu kovim u'mishachabim u'modim lifnei melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu she'onot hashamayim v'yoser aretz המושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינת עוזו וגוחן מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אממוקנו אפזולתו קרקעתו בתורתו ידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד.
So we can all be seated. Page 120.
כמלכות שלך היא ולעולמי תמלוך בכבוד כה כתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד.
As we enter into the 16th day of Kislev, we recall the loving memories of Elaine Kravitz and Ronald Kravitz, dear parents of Gail Wasserstein. In your sites observed during the course of this past week, we once again recall the loving memories of Jacob Krython, Albert Wexler, Jesse F. Sachs, Mordechai Glickman, Anna Weiser, Label Walder, Muriel Louise Young, Oscar Trencher, Gloria Bass, Stephen Springer, Richard Pogash, S. William Leibowitz, and Sylvia Fisher. Those whom we've lost in the past month and in the past year, we hold on to the lives of Marvin Levy and Bernard Siegel, Ethel Shulman, Gussie Chudnoff, Lou Chaifetz, Benjamin Hoffman, Harold Kurtz, David Aronson, Jeffrey Berlin, Mara Lipschitz, Mildred Klein, Hollis Cohen, Donald Golden, Michelle Fields, Joel David Kaplan, Sandy Goldstein, Charles Chuck Steinberg, Lily Zimmett, Robin Solis, Beryl Gottesman. May each of their memories continue to be cherished for a loving blessing. For those reciting Kaddish Tome here in the sanctuary and at home, we can rise. Those reciting Kaddish and find ourselves on page 124. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Biolma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei decho beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach v'olam ul'almei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yit'oleh v'yithalal shmei dekucha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushpechata v'nechemata da'amiran biolma v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
So I mentioned earlier tonight a top doctor. We have a top announcement maker. Not a announce maker wannabe, but really a professional announcement maker. Lindsay, it's all yours.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Cantor. Bela Mazel Tov. How beautiful you are and how beautiful you were tonight. Mazel Tov to the whole family, sisters, family. Just amazing. I know all 250 people tomorrow are going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. So on behalf of the officers and the board of directors, Mazel Tov to all of you. As always, there's lots happening here at Ohev Shalom. Right now, it's all about latkes and it's all about babkas. Our latke sale has completed. Thank you to everybody who participated. We doubled our sale from last year to this year. It's amazing. So if you did participate and order, don't forget the pickup is this Sunday between 9 and 12. So come see me and Rachel and everybody else on the team and pick up your latkes. And then don't forget to buy your babkas and support Sisterhood. They're selling delicious babkas. And your orders must be in for that by December 2nd. Men's Club, Sisterhood, Social Action, Adult Ed, all have fantastic things coming up. You can check your communications. Most importantly, though, we are so excited for our outdoor candle lighting for Hanukkah, the last day of Hanukkah, right? Last evening, December 5th at 4:30. Don't forget, mark your calendars. Fun for all for fun. So again, Mazel Tov to Bela, to the family, to the friends that are here. To everybody on Zoom and here in the congregation tonight, it's great to see you all. Have a wonderful, happy, and healthy Thanksgiving, a wonderful Hanukkah if I don't see you before, and even if I do see you before, and Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbos, Lindsay.
Those are announcements. So, Michael and Amy, it's great. It's starting. Mazal Tov. And it's going to be great tomorrow. El, who started a couple of weeks ago in the Aleph Welcome Shabbat. Now it's your sister's Bat Mitzvah. And Farah, who I understand is the ruler of the whole family. Yeah. Grandparents, Poppy and Bubby, and Pop-Up and Didi. Didi, can I just catch you after the service for 1 minute? Just want to check on one thing. We start at 9:45 tomorrow. And the fun begins. You're going to be great. You have such a strong, beautiful voice, Bela, you know? You're going to be great. Just do tomorrow what you did tonight. It's going to be perfect. So, Cantor, I guess it's Adon Olam.
It is a Don Olam. We're going to do our what I call the marching band version, because you see we have a lot of little friends in the room, and I love putting in instruments, not taking out actual instruments, but we're going to use our hands and our bodies to play. All right, so if you are interested and it's not just for the little ones in the room, it's for everybody who wants to get into it. So, all right, I see Miss L is going to lead the pack. All right, Miss L, you ready? Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Teren Kol, do-do-do-do, Yitzir Nirach, Ding Dong, Li'en Hasa, B'Chefsa Kol, Azai Malach Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, Ding Li'acharei, Kichlo Takol, Levado Yimloch Nara, Adon Olam, Vehu Haya, Vehu Hove, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Teren Kol, do-do-do-do, Yitzir Nirach, Tang, Tang, Li'en Hasa, B'Chefsa Kol, Azai Malach Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, Ding V'hu Echad, Li'en Sheni, Lehamshilo Le'achbira, Adon Olam, Beli Reshit, Beli Tachlit, Velo ha'oz ve'ha'misra, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Teren Kol, do-do-do-do, Yitzir Nirach, Tang, Tang, Li'en Hasa, B'Chefsa Kol, Azai Malach Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, Ding V'hu Eli, V'chai Goli, V'tor Chavli B'Yetzara, Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Umanos Li, V'nachkosi B'yom Ekra, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Teren Kol, do-do-do-do, Yitzir Nirach, Tang, Tang, Li'en Hasa, B'Chefsa Kol, Azai Malach Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, Bing Be'yado, Hakid Ruchi, Be'at Ishan Be'a'ira, Adon Olam, Ve'im Ruchi, Keviati, Adon Ali V'lo Ira, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Teren Kol, do-do-do-do, Yitzir Nirach, Tang, Tang, Li'en Hasa, B'Chefsa Kol, Azai Malach Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam. Bing. Big triangle finish. Let's all rise. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Mevorah. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom U'mevorah.
Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbat
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Miss Lauren, can I have Miss Lauren to the bima, please? Miss Lauren. These are services. Anytime you come here as a fun event, you get entered into a raffle.
read your name, and then you can give this to your teacher at Hebrew school on Sunday. Okay?